have had a chance to review, I would entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye. Aye. Minutes are approved. Item number 1, new business, approval of change order number 3 for the 2020 Private Lateral Repair Assistance Project with One Call Services of Alabama. The total is $10,767.50. Mr. Gurney, welcome.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So this was the contract for the private lateral repair assistance project where a homeowner, if they had a broken lateral, could apply for assistance from the city. Close out change order. The funding was 2019 B bond. We did I think we did 27 work orders to this contract. So any questions?
Yeah, we approved what? I thought it was 300,000 for that.
We got it right here. It's $223,902.
That's the amount of city money we approved to make available for individuals up to 10,000 each to repair their private lateral lines, right?
I'm not familiar that there's an up to 10,000.
And Mayor, you may, I'm just trying to make sure I'm thinking of the right thing.
Yeah, that's-
About 3 or 4 years ago,
Yeah, I believe it was 3.
we took some leftover money for water lines, water and sewer. And we said, we'll set aside X amount, two and a quarter. And then we'll let people apply for up to $10,000.
This is the one. Yeah.
This is that one, all right? So
it's done and we're closing out that.
okay, so
contract.
we've run through that money.
We've at least run through the contract. I know there's money left in this account.
Is
to
that
cover
the
this
10,700?
overage. What's that?
Is the 10,700 what's left in the account?
I don't know what's left in the account.
Who does?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at it. It looks like they'll be like, go ahead.
But
So
I'm
it was
sorry, I
a-
couldn't hear
It
you.
was like a 5-year contract that we did, and
Okay.
it was could fund proceeds that were left over that we used, and we ran it through the LaPerry's group. And then now we're at the end of the 5-year contract. We're still going to do it, but we're gonna do the same program, but essentially through the Water and Sewer Operations Fund, and we're gonna be allocating $50,000 a year. This is an additional amount that was over and above what we had initially allocated to it, and so there was money left in the account, but not in the PA. So this is covering the rest of it to close out that initial contract that we have.
Well, I would like to see how it got disseminated.
Like with the
The
different,
work orders.
I mean, I just want to see a breakdown of
Where?
where,
Yeah, where we spend the money.
because you remember, there was a big argument at the time about, well, we're gonna make this for certain income levels, and legally, that couldn't be done, because that water and sewer bond did not have those attachments, and so we said, okay, it can be done anywhere in the city, right? And you fill out a form and you provide evidence that you own the property and evidence that you have to have, but I never heard anything else
there were
about
certain
it.
criteria that each home had to meet, and it had to be
I-
like a
I
property
just-
value of the home.
I just want to
had
see
be-
where it went.
We'll ask
Okay, yeah, we can provide all
Yeah,
that,
put
but there
that
was,
on a map.
yeah, so there were people who didn't qualify for it based on the value of the home or whether they were in or out of the.
That's
flood
right,
zone
they
and all that.
created a formula
It was-
because we
it was based
couldn't
on-
structure it to be below a certain income level. They came up with a formula that says, okay, we're gonna look at the
That's right.
age of the basin.
It was,
Right.
it-
So I just want
Yeah, we
to,
can get that.
huh?
We can get that.
All right, I'd like to, there's no time clock ticking on this right now. We can put it out a week, right? Right.
we can,
Yeah,
We
I'd
don't
like
meet
to,
the next 2.
but I mean,
Well,
we
what-
can do it the next meeting.
okay. I'd just like to see what happened to it and table this until we're briefed on that.
And then we'll have that
So
information.
is the money, is this program over with?
Well, the
We-
money-
I think we're gonna continue with an
Yeah.
annual
Well,
contract with
what
50,000.
what about my homeowners and maybe I'm confused, but the folks in Circlewood, you talked to, we talked about that they've got that problem.
Oh, that was the
That's something-
private sewer.
So it
That
wouldn't
was-
work.
That was different, yeah, that was a private sewer main. This is more for like a
Kimberly,
individual
we can do
line.
this in 5 minutes. I just want to
Yeah.
see how that money got spread out over the
Yeah, we
city.
can do that, and then,
Okay.
but all this is doing was trying to, there was an overage amount, we were just trying to close out the
And
contract,
close it
because the
out.
contract is expired and we can no longer use this contract anymore.
Gotcha.
So the program will continue, but this is just, we're at the end of the term of that contract.
Okay,
And
well,
so, yeah, and
I'd
so
like to
it's-
make a motion
yeah,
to
but we can
table
do
it to
that.
the next
All right,
meeting.
let's
And
table
again,
it
it's
So
a
we'll come back
5-minute piece.
till
We'll come back with a
December
map.
the tenth.
Second.
You got a motion
Yes,
table and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 1 is tabled until December the tenth. Item number 2 is approval contract award to Rev Construction for the Copeland Square Sanitary Sewer Improvement Project. The total is $759,621. Brian?
Yes, sir. So this is 1,300 foot of existing sanitary sewer line we're replacing and 550 foot of galvanized water main. This is between Dinah Washington and T.Y. Rogers on 23rd Street and 24th Street. We got the
Washington, T.Y.
It's in District 1 and District 2.
Is this
Yeah.
both
It
districts?
was- Yeah,
Yeah.
it's between our districts.
Copeland Square.
Yeah, that's the name of the subdivision, that's why.
It's a subdivision.
It was like the old school, yeah. that's
It's
what-
back in the day, Mr.
Yeah.
Busby.
So, when we got the resurfacing list, we look at the water and sewer and the roads that could be resurfaced. These lines in here are in bad shape. They have siphons, just like the P-trap under your sink, and that creates, we have to do preventative maintenance on those, where we go out once a month and jet those lines. So the decision was made to replace these lines, so this is the project to do that. So we
When was
opened,
that decision made?
what's that?
When was that decision made?
Last year.
Last year.
About December. I think the funds were programmed in late spring, early summer, as part of the capital budget programming. It was the in-house design. We did, like I did the engineering, so we got the bid package put out, took a little longer to inspect it. So we bid it here November 7th. We had 2 bidders. The low bidder was Rev for that $759,621. The project is in budget. It's funded with water, sewer, ARPA and ARPA.
Say that again, please.
The project is in budget, it's funded with water, sewer, RFFI, and ARPA,
How much of it is ARPA?
500,000.
So the other 259,000, whatever, is coming from what?
Water, sewer, RFFI,
And it's in the budget for that,
yes, sir.
or it can come out of that pot?
Yeah. So, like I mentioned, because it is ARPA, we are requesting that it be doubled up because the ARPA money has to be expended by the
It has to
end
be
of the year.
spent,
Yes,
or,
sir.
Or
or
go
what do
back.
you call it, not
Obligated.
obligated, it has to
Yeah,
be
spent.
obligated
Obligated.
before the end of the year, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes, sir.
On that, Becky, I do, where are we on the rest of our ARPA projects, do you know?
Yes, sir, this will fully obligate all of the ARPA funds, this contract.
So
This
everything
is
is,
the last bit.
this is the last
Last one.
one, last piece.
Obligated, so we have until December of 26, I believe, to
To
fully
spend it,
spend.
to actually
Yes, sir.
spend it. What's the time frame on this project, would you say, Brian? When would it start? And how long would it take, you know?
We'll start in January, and it'll take 90 days, and we'll finish in March.
So 3 months.
Yep.
Questions?
Is this
from
something
commissioners?
we've seen this project before?
It was on a list of the.
It was,
ARPA
it was on
things.
a list of when we had all of those
Okay.
particular
In the capital,
projects,
Yeah,
and, it's very needed.
Okay.
yeah.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item is approved. Item number 3, under new business, is approval of a minor public works contract with Chisholm Communication for the replacement of an antenna on the VA water tank. The total is $8,600.
Yes, sir. So
Right.
there's an existing antenna on that water tank. This is the minor public works contract to take that down and replace it. The antenna is for the communication system that our SCADA, our lift stations use, so we can monitor and operate lift stations from a treatment plant.
Questions?
We have those on all the,
I think what Donnie told me was there's 5 of these on different water towers and spots around town.
okay. All right.
There's various antennas on several of the water towers.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 3 is approved. Item number 4, approval of change order number 1 with Price Civil Services for lift station Number 68, capacity upgrades, deductive total of 510312. Brian?
Yes, sir. So lift station 68 is also, we call it the Rich Haven lift station. This is basically the southern extents of the sewer system down 69 South. There's a neighborhood called Rich Haven down there. The developer came in several years ago, and basically there was an arrangement to upgrade this lift station. The developer reimburses for all the study and engineering and the project costs. The project's done, and this is the closeout change order. Developer 100%
Motion.
reimbursed.
Second.
Got a motion, a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 4 is approved. Item number 5 is approval of professional services agreement with Jacobs Engineering for $28,500. Brian?
Yes, sir. So the American Water Infrastructure Act requires community water systems to develop a risk and resilience assessment and also emergency response plan related to the water systems. That was done in 2020, and the requirement under that act is for those documents to be updated every 5 years. So this is the professional services to update those two documents, the risk resilience assessment, which is basically looking at all of our critical infrastructure in the water system, water towers, large transmission plants, and seeing where there's risk. And then also the emergency response component of that is basically coming up with an emergency response plan to react to anything that may happen.
So is that emergency response plan, is that like a chapter inside of a larger city emergency response plan, or is there just one for water and sewer? I mean, is it a standalone, or is this a part of a comprehensive city plan?
This contract, I'm not, I think the answer is the latter. I think this is part of a larger document. But this component is simply just for the water system.
Right, this 28.5 update after 5 years is just for that, but I'm just trying to understand, is there also one for,
These documents
is
go
there
to
a what,
EMA.
huh?
These documents go to EMA, and EMA
EMA,
houses all these,
okay.
so when we do updates, they get the updates of them also.
Tuscaloosa County EMA is responsible for all the disaster management plans. But as we move into our own emergency operations management, we too.
And they recently funded emergency management.
That's right.
Right.
We will also have those as well.
Double coverage, right?
That's part of it. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, so move.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 5 is approved. Item number 6 is an authorization to sign Tree City USA application for certification. Eric, welcome.
Thank you, Counselor. So this is just an annual application for Tree City USA. This is going to be our 30th year to be a member of it. There is no financial component to this. It's simply an application so they can see what we're doing locally for the urban forest.
So, this is a good segue. I was at a Pinehurst HOA meeting Sunday. And so our larger plan that we've talked about for the downtown area, which again, so much of what the people down here want to see is simple stuff. It's things that ladies' garden clubs did 100 years ago, and the Heritage Commission did, 20 years ago. Where are we on that, Eric?
So
Well, I got you pinned up here to the microphone.
we're waiting to hear back from Del Fritz, the architect or the landscape architect that we're using for this. So far, we've worked with PD and as well as operations. They've gone out and flown part of the area with a LiDAR drone, and they're working on the mapping right now to turn over to the architect to work on what he's going to submit to us for the design.
So when is the next time that the architect, the landscape architect, is that
Correct.
the right term? Combined with the kind of residents, volunteers that wanted to be a part of that, When is the next time they meet?
We're gonna have to figure out the calendar, but we need to get them together, I hope, before the end of the year. Just get
Okay,
everybody in a room so they can start.
that would be
getting
great,
going.
and also, you and I can talk separately, I don't know why there's not Pinehurst people on there, but
Well, we can certainly add anyone to that committee that you want. So this application also gives us the ability, if the Forestry Commission has any grants available, that we could go after to get those. Several years ago, we went through, applied for a grant and received $20,000, and that's where we got the money to do the downtown urban forest master plan.
okay. Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 6 is approved. Item number 7 is approval of minor public works contract with Taylor Electric for building and park electric security. The total is $73,660. Tim, welcome.
Thank you, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yes, as the memo states, this is going to add power, wire, and raceway for the restroom building at Snow Hinton, as well as the 2 gates at Snow Hinton for access control, power to those items, and overall security of the park.
Questions?
Conduit and wire.
Comment, those gates are extremely important for the public safety.
These are gates into the park itself?
Yes, sir. The gates are already existing. This will allow for badges, city badges to be used to open the gates. The gates will automatically close at 10 p.m., I believe. And
No,
open back
is
up.
it 10 or?
I may not have that time correctly, but they'll
So
automatically close.
the other parks are supposed to be an hour after sunset, but
Right.
there's a little wiggle room in there. Nobody changes it 3 minutes every day as you move through the.
Yes, sir. Yeah, right. There would be a time set, pre-programmed set. They could be adjusted, but they will close at a certain point of the day and open in the morning.
All right, so the gates into the park and into the bathrooms will automatically lock
That's correct.
at a predetermined time
That's right.
after this 73 grand is spent for conduit and wire.
That's right.
I'm good. Motion.
Are these things that, we got a motion second, fine, but are these things that kind of we've come back and said, this is something after the project is completed, this is something, I don't want to say we missed, but something that we feel like now we need to upgrade and do?
Yes, sir. It's something we're starting to do more standard on all of our construction projects, but something that's definitely become a higher priority over the past year.
Standard of safety too, right?
Yes, sir.
And I
It's
think
been
it
a-
does well.
It's been a practice for a lot of people to go out and park at Snow Hinton Park and late at night, and it's awful. So if we lock the gates at a little after dusk, that'll go away.
So let me ask you this question. What will happen when a person may park at Bolero and then come over to the park?
That's
How
okay.
do you- Sir,
You can't stop that.
It does not address foot traffic.
okay,
That's correct.
gotcha. All right.
Is,
Not into the park anyway.
Becky may have to answer this, but this funding here, is this
That-
money's coming out of what?
That's still in budget for the Snow Hinton project.
That's still out of the bond for the
Yes, sir.
snow him,
Bond or
or is it still out of the,
This is out of
what is this out
Elevate.
of?
Elevate.
Out of
Current
Elevate?
budget.
Okay, all right, that's fine. We got a motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 7 is approved. Item number 8 is approval of amendment for the professional services agreement with TTL for Lake Nickel restroom replacement. The total is $12,405. Tim?
Yes, sir. And so this account is the Lake Nickel project account. And this is for additional civil administrative services and construction material testing services. We found that additional items were needed as we got into the project, and so this is to do a contract amendment for TTL. We do have Chris Crawford with TTL present today.
Hey, Chris, come on up.
How's it going, Councilman?
Good, how are you?
Good. How you doing?
What are we adding? What are we doing additional?
We were just asked to do additional services there. The initial part of that scope for us was very limited. Once we got on that project, I think there were some more challenges that were presented, and we were asked to do additional inspection.
Remind me, at Lake Nickel, are we building,
Replace the restroom
Restrooms?
facility out there, yes, sir.
we're replacing?
Totally replace them out there.
Those old ones were awful.
Good 1950s building.
I'm a big fan of bad bathrooms.
And you love J.C. Park then.
Yeah.
Where's the money coming from?
This is the Lake Nickel project account, this is in budget with funds.
Motion.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 8 is approved. Item number 9 is approval of a balancing change order number 2 with J.T. Harrison Construction for construction Fire Station 11, total $16,824.26. Tim?
Yes, sir. So this is our balancing change order for closing out the project, and it is an additive amount of $16,824. Through inspections as an additional safety measure and for breathing equipment, it was recommended by the fire marshal's office to go ahead and install this outside air ventilation for the SCBA air compressor. So this additive amount to the contract completely covers that work.
Okay, I'm a little lost, but it won't take long to get on board. Addition of SCBA outside, what is that?
The self-contained breathing apparatus. So,
Well, it is what it sounds like.
yes, sir. Yes.
Scuba without the U?
Without the U, that's right.
Okay.
So allow us to have a fresh air intake, protect the firefighters and to reduce the chances of any contaminants from the engine room or anything like that to get in our air system.
So they have an SCBA compressor where they use to refill their SCBA bottles. And it has a lot of safety measures built in, warnings if there were contaminated air, but installing this fresh air intake and fresh air fan allow for an additional safety measure to ensure, breathable air inside those SCBA's.
Okay, and you may have mentioned it, but where's this money coming from?
This is still within the grant fund for Station 11.
Motion.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 9 is approved. Item number 10 is approval of minor public works contract with Warrior Security for data equipment and wire installation at Fire Station 11. The total is $1,400. Tim?
So this is also within the grant funds for Station 11. The low bid on the projects allowed us to come back and ask for this and the next couple of additional items. This in particular is for the addition of cameras outside of the fire station.
Questions?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 10 is approved. Item number 11 is approval of a minor public works contract with Jimmy Hall Plumbing for installation of water lines and a sink at Fire Station 11. The total is $9,875. Tim?
Yes, sir. Also from the grant funding, and this is for an addition of a utility sink inside the apparatus bay at Station 11.
Questions?
Motion.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 11 is approved. Item number 12 is approval of a minor public works contract with Jimmy Hall Plumbing for installation of water lines and a sink, sorry, golly, man, that's 11, sorry, I hit the wrong thing. 12. Approval of a minor public works contract with J&J Construction Services for pouring sidewalk and pad extension at Fire Station 11. Total $7,000.
Yes, sir.
Tim?
Also from the grant fund, and this is going to be a sidewalk from the side entrance to the parking lot.
Questions?
It's not a pickleball court, is it, Chief?
Yes, sir.
We got a lot of extra grant money.
That's inside,
Motion.
that's inside.
I got a couple places I'd like to pour some concrete for that.
All right, you got a
Motion second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 12 is approved. Item number 13 is approval of a minor public works contract with Isabel Insulation for purchase and installation of gutters and canopies. The total is $42,170. Tim?
Yes, sir. And this is for 2 coverings at the side entrance, the one we're going to do the sidewalk to, and also at the maintenance bay.
Still the same fire station, still the same money?
Yes, sir.
Motion.
Second.
We got a motion, a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 13 is approved. Item number 14 is approval of a minor public works contract with Green Acres Landscape Services for purchase and installation of trees and irrigation. The total is $38,950. Tim?
Yes, sir. And so our final request for using this grant fund today is the addition of 37 10 to 12 foot tall arborvitae trees between the fire station and M-Class Boulevard.
What kind of trees?
Arborvitae, the
Arborvitae?
Yes, sir. Here, how would you
Evergreen,
describe
close to Leland cypress, their middle shade kind of look like a big Christmas tree.
Are those the ones that grow so fast and shield so much over on the east and of Shelby? There's some that look like giant Christmas trees. Motion.
We'll take a look at them next time we go
We're
up.
approving giant Christmas trees, great time of the year.
But they're arborvitae.
Okay,
It doesn't sing.
they don't sing. We'll-
Be about cutting a couple down, put it in the YMCA again.
Yeah, I was about to say, yours.
Yeah, come on with it, man. We going out there, man.
You got the funds to cover that this year? Motion is second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Item number 14 is approved. Everybody take a deep breath, drum roll. Item number 15, approval of a minor public works contract with Bagby Elevator for purchase and installation of sill skins in Annex 1. Can't wait to hear about this. Totals $27,635. Tim,
Yes, sir. So this is funded by the City Hall improvements budget. It is within budget. These sill skins we did not include in the initial bid for the new elevators, which are nearing completion. These serve as guides for the doors on each landing. These go in the floor for the doors at the landing. It's kind of a track. Like I said, we left those out, and of course, once we got into pulling apart these elevators, we felt like it would be best to go ahead and replace those tracks at this time.
plus, we were under budget too.
Yes, sir.
Correct,
We
so
are-
it was easier to
that is
do this.
correct, under budget. And it, you know, it can decrease rattling of the doors as the car moves, just to have those up to date.
Questions?
And I would just point out for those listening at home who may not be able to see the paperwork, this is SILL, SILL skins, not SEAL, SEAL skins.
That's correct.
It's all the same thing, Mr. Busby.
After we close.
The problem is no one's listening at home because I'm hearing them fall over asleep because of all your questions.
Motion.
We got a motion and a second. All in
It's
favor say
on.
aye.
Aye. It's on, Mr.
I
Crowe.
know, I like that. Is there any other information to be brought before this committee?
Lord, I hope not.
Hearing none, our next meeting is Tuesday, December the 10th, so 3 weeks from today. We will meet, next Public Projects Committee meeting. With that, I would entertain a motion to
So
adjourn.
moved.
Second.
We got a motion second, all in favor?
I think if it's okay,